What potential regrets can motivate people to overcome fear of change?
What regrets can inspire us to take chances and grow? Fear often holds us back from making changes we know deep down align with our fulfillment. Stepping into the unknown requires courage, which fear undermines. But sometimes reflecting on future regrets can outweigh present paralysis. Envisioning how we'll feel having never tried reignites motivation to act now. Let's explore key regrets that can inspire courage to grow beyond fear. Suppressed dreams. Denying our true passions and talents can lead to profound regret later on. Pursuing dreams now unlocks growth. Missed opportunities. Inaction causes missed chances to evolve. Taking chances today prevents future remorse over roads not taken. Stagnation. The pain of arrested development due to fear of change can motivate action now. Growth requires courage. Unrealized potential. Fearing we'll fail our perceived potential can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Recognize that undeveloped gifts feel far worse than trying and falling short. Squandered time. Drifting through months and years aimlessly ultimately leads to regret. Channeling time into purpose and development prevents remorse. Lack of fulfillment. Settling for security over meaning due to fear of upheaval often backfires. Seeking passion now prevents emptiness down the road. Relinquished control. Letting fear dictate our actions cedes control over our lives. Exercising agency now, despite uncertainty, keeps us empowered. Diminished self-trust. When we don't honor inner wisdom due to anxiety, we can lose trust in ourselves. Following intuition now, even amid fear, maintains integrity. Limited living. Staying small due to fear prevents experiencing life fully. Breaking free of limitations now allows us to thrive. Disconnection. Fear isolates us from people and activities that nourish our spirits. Reconnecting now prevents profound loneliness later on. When we reflect deeply on regrets that often arise from inaction, we gain motivation to act now despite fear. We realize the pain of remaining complacent exceeds the discomfort of facing the unknown. Growth depends not on an absence of fear, but on taking chances even while afraid. For instance, suppressing one's talents and passions due to fear of judgment often leads to regret down the road. Following your soul's whispers now allows you to share your gifts fully. Even if others criticize your pursuits, you avoid the larger regret of silencing your spirit. Or staying in an unfulfilling job due to fear of change may prevent experiencing more meaningful work. Taking steps to transition now, despite uncertainty, lets you realize your highest potentials before time runs out. Many cling to unhealthy relationships because parting ways seems too hard, but resigning yourself to mediocrity guarantees future remorse when greater love was possible. Leaving now, though difficult, prevents the regret of wasted time and diminished self-worth. In all cases, inaction stems from fear of unknown change. But envisioning life 10 years down the road, frozen in fear, provides motivation to take chances today. We realize fears that once paralyzed us lose relevance with time, while repressing our spirits haunts us forever. Whenever present fears inhibit growth, engage in productive visualization. Envision your life a decade from now if you never confront these fears. How might lack of fulfillment, adventure, connection, meaning stir regret? What dreams and talents remain silenced? Then envision your life 10 years from now, having broken through fears holding you back today. Who have you become through releasing your gifts fully? How does fulfillment feel in contrast to the stagnation of remaining complacent? Which vision enlivens your spirit? Of course, reflection should inspire action without dwelling in regret. Don't let fear make you abandon intuition in reckless reaction either. Mindfully assess which chances align with your growth while honoring needed cycles of integration. For instance, reflecting on missed opportunities may reveal it's time to leave an unfulfilling job. But investigate optimal timing and preparation first. Reflection inspires change through wisdom, not reactionary desperation. Additionally, some worries that arise when considering change are valid. For example, pursuing art full-time may conflict with needing stable income to care for loved ones. Listen to genuine concerns while distinguishing healthy fear from unnecessary worrying. Find the balance between boldness and discernment. Mindfully determine when it's time to stretch past comfort zones versus when patience serves the process. Growth flourishes through courage and trust in intuitive timing, not fear or impulsiveness. Most importantly, remember, you are never too old or too fearful to courageously expand into new horizons. Even late in life, embracing change leads to invaluable development rather than resigned regret. Your soul forever seeks expansion. Reflect again on why you hesitate to take chances despite craving change. How might remaining complacent impact your fulfillment and self-worth down the road? What wisdom, adventures, and connections might fear cause you to miss? Then trust that embracing uncertainty today not only prevents future regret, but also unlocks joy and meaning now. Have faith in your ability to navigate unknown waters. Growth depends not on fearlessness, but mindfully moving forward despite fear. With courage, you create a life without limits or remorse. So allow reflection on how present inaction guarantees future regret to inspire wise action now. Know that change requires courage, but generates exponentially more reward than remaining complacent. Stand proudly in your power to grow, reconnecting with passion.
What activities help you reconnect with passion when feeling lost?
How can we reignite passion when lost? Sometimes amid the churn of daily life, we lose touch with the spark that ignites our spirits. Responsibilities dull our sense of adventure. Old dreams fade under the weight of routine. But reconnecting to passion realigns us with purpose and vitality when feeling lost. What practices can help reignite passion? Let's explore. Creative play. Unstructured artistic or musical expression liberates suppressed zeal and inspiration. Time in nature. The wonder of the natural world reawakens awe and fuels the imagination. Inspiring media, movies, books, art with themes of liberation from stagnation stir motivation. Physical movement. Sports, dance, yoga get energy flowing freely again when stuck in inertia. Self-inquiry. Asking empowering questions reveals what we really want versus what we think we should want. Serving others. Contribution through volunteering or acts of service reconnects us to meaning. Savoring little joys. Noticing and appreciating life's simple gifts celebrates sensuality and playfulness. Decluttering. Clearing physical space creates energetic space for inspiration to arise. Exploring curiosity. Following what captivates us guides us to latent passions waiting to be activated. Time with loved ones. Shared joy, creativity, and laughter with people who know and cherish our spirits uplifts passion. When feeling bored or aimless, making time for renewal is key. Passion fades without consistent nurturing. Infuse each day with moments of inspiration to sustain motivation long-term. For example, set aside 10 minutes for free-form creative play outside structured productivity. Dance, doodle, sing, craft without judgment. These outlets liberate feelings and stimulate imagination. Or get outside daily, even for a brief walk. Observe small wonders in nature. The vibrancy of flowers, the sparkle of dew, the song of birds. These simple joys awaken the senses from status quo numbness. Read memoirs of those who created transformation by leaving behind the familiar for fresh horizons. Absorb their contagious spirit of adventure. Then reflect on what bold changes resonate for you. Declutter physical spaces and calendar to create energetic space for inspiration to arise. Get centered in the present moment. Then listen for the soul's whispered longings beneath the mind's shoulds. Having trouble identifying desires? Follow curiosity without attachment to outcome. Pursue what captivates you, not what impresses others. Passions often reveal themselves through play, not force. Of course, don't judge activities that once lit you up if they now feel mundane. We outgrow certain passions, release guilt over shifting interests. Stay open to discovering new purpose. Sometimes, reigniting passion means reshaping familiar roles to better align with who we are becoming, rather than totally abandoning them for the allure of greener grass. For instance, a stagnant job can be rejuvenated by reframing your relationship to it. Even if external circumstances stay the same, looking for opportunities to help others and express creativity breathes new life into your experience. Or a stale relationship may simply need intentional energy invested into spontaneity and romance. With mutual care, the spark that first bonded you can be fanned into full flame once more. When passions feel depleted, don't immediately react by wanting to discard your whole life for some idealized version. Instead, be proactive. Make space for inspiration through restoring mind-body balance and appreciating what sparks joy now. This prevents making big changes out of desperation versus discernment. Realign with your center first, so passions arise from purpose, not restlessness. Invest in renewal daily, not just when feeling lost. Most importantly, reconnect to the eternal inner flame that fuels diverse passions over a lifetime, but never diminishes. Your essential nature remains enthusiastic, curious, and vibrant. Obscuring routines and responsibilities cannot extinguish this spirit. Let activities that enliven both your inner child's wide-eyed wonder and your soul's immortal wisdom reawaken passion. Through celebrating the flash of insight, the swell of emotion, and the flow of inspiration that make you feel most alive, you realign with your vital essence. Then, from this centered space, reflect again on your deepest longings. Get quiet and listen to the heart's wisdom whispering beneath the mind's habitual momentum. What desires and dreams stir just under the surface? Honor these through small daily actions that celebrates your uniqueness. Passion thrives when flowing energy outward into the world as creative offerings. Gather the courage to share more of yourself through pursuits that light you up. As your reserves rebuild through consistent self-care and inspiration, bigger changes become possible. But remain patient, allowing pivots to emerge from discernment rather than urgency. Trust timing as passion evolves. Know that the more you courageously express your authentic spirit, the brighter your inner light shines, magnetizing opportunities for joy. So stay rooted in self-love. From this foundation, you can't help but manifest meaning. Even amid uncertainty, have faith in your ability, let passion guide you. It reveals purpose unique to this stage of your journey. By boldly reconnecting to your aliveness, each moment overflows with discovery, the way forward illuminated one step at a time.
How can you rediscover dormant interests or talents when feeling lost?
How can we reawaken forgotten gifts when lost?
Life often buries dormant talents and interests under the weight of responsibility. As routine sets in, former passions fade into the background. But when feeling lost, rediscovering old hobbies or latent skills can provide ballast amid uncertainty. Reconnecting with activities that once lit us up realigns us with our core vitality. Let's explore ways to excavate dormant or forgotten talents when seeking direction. Reflect on childhood joys. What creative outlets or subjects fascinated you as a child? Revisit these with beginner's mind. Review old journals. Glimpses of who you were can spark inspiration to rediscover fading interests. Take personality tests. Assessments highlighting natural strengths provide clues about latent abilities. Talk to loved ones. Friends and family may recall forgotten talents you've minimized. Go through storage. Boxes may contain evidence of passions pushed aside over time. Experiment playfully. Dabble and explore without judging what you should pursue. Follow curiosity. Consider pivots. How might former hobbies or interests evolve to fit your changed lifestyle? Reframe skills. Transferable skills from past jobs may point toward new purpose. Observe envy. Note what activities spark fascination when others do them. What desires does this reveal? Allow serendipity. Synchronicity can guide you to rediscover forgotten talents when you least expect it. Remain open. When feeling uninspired or aimless, reflecting on the past for clues illuminates the way forward. Developing dormant talents creates meaning, and interests that once sparked joy likely still hold power to enliven you. Their embers, though dimmed, can be fanned into flame once more. To begin, identify activities that fed your spirit in earlier life phases. Perhaps high school sports, college courses, old artistic hobbies. Revisiting these sparks reflection on who you were then versus now. The contrast reveals how your passions evolved alongside your identity. Next, without judgment, carve out time for immersive engagement. Many shelved talents remain viable when dusted off. For instance, a former athlete may rediscover their love of movement through recreational sports rather than competitive exertion. Or a one-time artist might adapt their craft to suit changed lifestyle needs, finding fresh inspiration. Be playful as you experiment with rediscovering old joys. Follow curiosity without pressure to monetize hobbies or master skills right away. Relaxing into enjoyment for its own sake liberates forgotten talents suppressed by perfectionism. Pay attention to envy too. Sometimes we minimize desires from within by projecting them onto others. But their pursuits that captivate us often reflect forgotten parts of ourselves ready to be integrated. For example, perhaps you admire a friend's singing voice and assume you lack talent yourself. But you may discover renewed passion practicing vocals through low-stakes play, even if skills remain rusty. The joy of rediscovering a forgotten outlet matters more than the outcome. Or you may envy a peer's environmental activism, assuming you don't have time for a cause. But getting involved with local advocacy unexpectedly ignites meaning. A forgotten but still relevant interest becomes central to your purpose once more. Of course, temper expectations, realizing that not every past passion holds the same allure now. Tastes evolve. What fascinated you then may seem frivolous or draining today. Release guilt over abandoned hobbies that no longer fit. Focus instead on rediscovered interests that align with who you are becoming. Be willing to reinvent past joys to meet current needs. Ultimately, it's not the activity itself, but the way it nourishes your spirit that matters. Pay attention to quickened pulse, expanded perspective, and increased vitality as signals you're reawakening a dormant gift. Follow what energizes you now, even if outward forms differ from the past. While rediscovering old talents, also notice new interests emerging. Life stage changes reveal previously unknown gifts, often arising as antidotes for what's missing. For instance, a now retired accountant unexpectedly unearths artistic talent after a lifetime focused on logic and metrics. Pursuing art provides brain balance absent from past work centered solely on numbers. Or a parent who shifted from fast-paced globe-trotting to domesticity rediscovers travel's joys through armchair adventures. Reading satiates the craving for discovery formerly met through frequent flying. Opening to new passions is equally restorative. The wounds of feeling lost require not only revisiting past joys, but discovering present potential not yet imagined. Of course, expect ups and downs as you reintegrate shelved interests. At times you'll feel discouraged, realizing skills faded after years idle. But don't give up prematurely. Passions require sustained nurturing to blossom again. Have patience with the process of excavating dormant talents when lost. Small steps consistently taken ignite lasting inspiration, much more than intense efforts made for a short burst, then abandoned. Most importantly, remember that reconnecting to outdated versions of yourself will only go so far. Lasting hope emerges when you rediscover skills and interests that align with who you are becoming, not who you once were. Mining the past for clues guides you forward, not backward. Trust that forgotten parts of you never permanently disappear, though they may remain dormant for a time. When feeling lost, life invites you to reclaim these lost fragments of soul and weave them into the next phase of your becoming. Have faith that exploring what enlivened you at earlier stages of your journey will reveal glimmers of who you are evolving into now. The memories of yesterday offer hints about your soul's calling today. Each time you rediscover a forgotten interest, you unearth another lost piece of yourself. Gradually, these coalesce into a mosaic, revealing a bold new direction, birthed from the best parts of your past. By reawakening dormant passions, you diversify your inner world with new energy and insights to help you move forward. Stay open to reinventing the familiar as you cultivate joy on your continued path of rediscovery.